or a grand jury, sorry, with other, cooperants who are corroborating the things that we believe, naming you, and you're going to be in court. So we'll see what that is. Anyway, chat, we're going to take a nice little shift to the YSL case, chat. So, oh my God, this is so crazy. Let me go to Thugger Daily. Shout out to Thugger Daily. Let me give a really good breakdown, really quick, and then we're going to watch some video. All right? So let me tell you what's going on in the YSL case. Because, by the way, it's about to come to a conclusion, I believe, very quickly. Okay. Where do I start? The YSL case is on the third judge at this point. Judge Glanville was the first judge. Then he got recused. Then the second judge recused himself. And then the third judge, I think the third or maybe the fourth, but the third happens to be this white lady who's now the judge. Here's the point about all of this. There's so many things happening. Now, why was the first judge recused? Recused mean removed, and you're basically stepping down to let someone else be the judge. Here's the current judge, if you don't know. The current judge is here. The first judge recused himself because they did what's called an ex parte meeting. Let me explain to you what ex parte meeting is. Ex parte meeting means that there is without a party and there was a meeting that was happening. Now, an ex parte meeting only means that there's three parties in the court. Okay, we don't consider the jury a party. They're a neutral arbiter. They're the people to make a decision. We consider the judge, who, they're supposed to be neutral, but they are a party. We consider the defense counsel, because usually the defendant don't talk. They're a party. Even if it's multiple defendants or multiple defense attorneys, they're a party. And then the other party is the plaintiff. And the plaintiff in this situation, when it comes to criminal cases, is the state. So the state of Georgia, represented by the county DAs, the ADAs, right, which is the assistant district attorneys. Each district or each county has a district attorney, and then they have assistants, and the assistants prosecute the case. The district attorney is Fonnie Willis. She has many people in her office that are assistant district attorneys, and they prosecute the case. So, the first judge was recused because they met with YSL Woody in the chambers, and they did not invite anyone from the defense team. Why did they meet with YSL Woody? He kept saying, I don't recall. He was playing games on the stand. And they wanted him to realize that the seriousness of this is that, number one, if you tell the truth as you pretty much told, that's why we gave you this plea deal, you won't go to jail. But if you lie, you'll go to jail. And they kind of wanted to, kind of heavy-handedly push him to be a good boy on the stand. Instead, he kept playing games for the most part. And when the DA or the ADAs tried to make him stop playing games, the defense realized that they had an ex parte meeting. So they threatened him, so to speak, to cooperate in a way that would allow the ADAs to get whatever testimony they wanted out of him. Now, they had an ex parte meeting where they were explaining to him that he could serve time if he didn't cooperate how the DA wanted and blah, blah, blah. And after Steele, which is Brian Steele, brought that up to say, hey, that ex parte meeting, that was highly, illegal. Like, we should be a part of you trying to coerce or force or, encourage the potential witness to testify. That's a thing. If you're going to try to tell a witness they have to testify, the defense should be there if it's going to be a fair trial. So they basically recused the judge because he did not disclose it. And by the way, he tried to put Thug's lawyer in jail, which is Brian Steele. So they recused him. Then someone else came in. That person got recused. And I think there was another person that came in that got recused as well. based on like, it was conflicts. Oh shit, yo, I used to defend that person when I was a private attorney, or shit, my bailiff used to fuck that person. I think that's exactly what happened for the two judges. And they came to this white lady who's now the judge, which is this white lady here. Now, she's dealing with the longest, and by the way, I want to put this in perspective. This is day 150. I want to do this Google with y'all. Longest trials in Georgia history. You're going to see that the Young Thug one is the longest, but the second longest, do you know what that is, Chad? And I want to show y'all this. Second longest trial in Georgia history. The second longest is actually a case. It surpassed the record of the 2014 and 2015 Atlanta public school teacher scandal. Let me just look that up. How many days? Okay. It lasted 8 months. Okay. If we actually look at the days that it actually went for, sorry, I can't pull that up. How many days did that last for? It was the longest criminal, lasting 8 months. The lead prosecutor was Fonnie Willis. Before the end of the trial, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I forgot how many days, but like it was about 80 days or like 70 or 60. It was something, basically the current trial is about double that, right? So the current trial that Young Thug got going on is about double the second longest trial. Now, why does that matter? It matters because every time there's a motion for mistrial, a mistrial means that this trial would not count, which means that you guys would go back to a particular place of, are you going to try these defendants based upon a grand jury indictment, or are you going to pass and not try them? And here's the point. The prosecutor, when does a mistrial get granted? Well, it could be granted for many different reasons. It could be granted when you have taken the legal process for granted as a prosecutor, when you have disobeyed or you have neglected or overlooked or disrespected the legal rights and authority that, a defendant could hold, and when you have disrespected the court. We've seen in the case with Alec Baldwin, with the whole thing with the gun with the rust shooting thing, there was what's called Brady evidence that was granted a mistrial, but it was granted, actually not mistrial, it was granted actually dismissed, but with prejudice, right? All of those things could happen to be a mistrial, right? A mistrial just means fuck this trial. Like we haven't got to, it could be dismissed, but a judge is not going to dismiss this. They're just going to grant a mistrial, right? And by the way, I think the Alec Baldwin shit was mistrial too. Hold on, let me just see. Because once you're in trial, Alec Baldwin. Yeah, mid-trial. I think it's a mistrial. Is it a mistrial? Who cares? I'm trying to be very. Oh no, it was dismissed. Never mind. Okay. So mistrial is just a way to how to punitively address a prosecutor or the process not being fair to the defendants, right? Now here's the thing with a mistrial. If a court grants a mistrial in a case, it could be done in two ways: with prejudice and without prejudice. Now, if it's done without prejudice, it means you could file again. For example, if you lose any lawsuit, and this is just how it works in the courts, and they say this is dismissed or this is whatever without prejudice, it means you could refile, right? Like they'll do it. The most common thing is, say I went out on a date with a girl. It was close to New York, but it was really in Jersey. I sue her in New York court because she slashed all four of my tires. Now, her lawyers can say, well, yeah, they went out on a date, but they weren't in New York City. They were actually in New Jersey. So this lawsuit was filed in the wrong place. What will happen is that the court will then file a dismissal without prejudice, saying you can refile it. Or sometimes if you've got certain details wrong. So without prejudice, you can refile. With prejudice, it's usually a punitive act by the courts. You cannot refile, right? Which means you fucked up so much, the court does not want to hear it again. So this is where we're at with this whole YSL case. We talked about the judges fucking up. So one judge allowed an ex parte hearing. Glanville, he got out of here. Another judge, her bailiff, or his bailiff, her bailiff actually, was fucking someone that worked for YSL. Conflict of interest, out of here. The other person, they were accused themselves for some other shit. Now, this white judge, she's a no-nonsense person. But she's been scolding the prosecutor saying, y'all are fucking up. Y'all don't know how to try a case. Now, let me tell you about trying a case. And this is the problem in the YSL case. So, Fonnie Willis lost her main top sniper. I've played this guy a shit ton. Young Thug, prosecutor, dark. Let me see if I can find it. Where is this guy? Where is it? Where is it? Oh my God. It was a Young Thug prosecutor who say, yo, this is a guy in the shadows. Like, I love hearing that over the superhero beat. Where is it at? Young Thug. He's like, yo, this is the most powerful guy, Your Honor. You cannot let him out. Where is this guy? Young Thug attorney. Dark. It was like dark shadows. Sorry, Chad. All right, I can't find this guy. Hold on, give me 1 second. Why can't I find it? What the fuck? I've played it before. Young Thug. Prosecutor. King Slime. Yeah, that's what I had to type. This guy.
That you see the shadow in the back of the room. He's the one directing traffic. He is the one they're all afraid of. He's the one that's King Slime. He's pulling the shots. He is the most dangerous of the 28, Judge. And I implore you not to grant him a bond. He is dangerous. The setup they've given to you is actually going to be less control, not more. If he gets a burner, Judge, and the court may know this, a lot of the communications that Mr. Williams is on FaceTime, because it's not traceable, it's not trackable. And we know that to be their MO. He gets a burner, he gets in there, he runs his gang from inside, and he won't get that, and no one's going to throw his cell.
Okay. I'm not going to search the prosecutor's name too much, but that guy's on business. He knows what he's doing. Okay? This nigga, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm sorry to make it about racial lines, but them black women who's in court for Fonnie Willis don't know what they doing. This white man, he was on business. If this white man, he got promoted, literally, he got a job mid-trial and left. I forgot where he works now. What's this guy's name? Atlanta rapper. Okay, Jesus Christ. What's this guy's name? He took a job somewhere else.
And
Hold on.
Harvey moment.
And you can respond to Mr. Steele's presentation at this point in time, sir. And you can respond to Mr.
That I'm about to have a rely on the statement of age.
Okay. I don't know his name. Does anybody know his name? I think he went to Cobb County. Does anybody know this guy's name? If this guy was the DA, Young Thug would be underneath the jail cell. Does anybody remember this guy's name? Anybody remember this guy's name? Fuck. I just don't want to Google his name the whole time. No, that's not his name. Someone said Mike Burncock. No, it's not. No. Y'all are trolling me. This is the guy right here. Boy, y'all, why y'all be like trolling me so much, man? Let me try to find it. Nah, y'all just trolling me. Y'all just trolling me. Young Thug prosecutor gets off case. Yo, y'all all trolling me right now. Yo, chat, we're 6 hours in. Don't troll me. Bro, I'm trying to show y'all a point, and I'm telling y'all exactly why Young Thug is like violating these motherfuckers, bro. All right, hold on. I know I'm gonna get to it. I know I'm gonna get to it because somebody's gonna have the
You
transcript.
see the shadow in the back of the room. He is the one they're all afraid of.
You see the shadows in the back of the room. King Slime. Somebody gonna have his name. I'm gonna figure it out. The reason I need his name, Michael Slocum. I feel like you're lying to me. Michael Slocum. Yo, what y'all talking about? Young Thug. I feel like y'all trolling me. Yeah, I feel like y'all trolling me. Look at y'all. Philidor skid pants. Like, yeah, all right, man. Get out of here, bro. Why don't I have the guy name? What's the name of this fucking guy?
You see the shadow in the...
This is him. Okay, y'all just trolling me, right?
That you see the shadow in the back.
All right, I'm gonna find out who this is. Hold on.
Traceable. It's not
You guys are really trolling me when I'm trying to like give y'all some knowledge. God damn, bro. Is this it?
You remove Coleman. I'll stay there with Judge when the
Young Thug arraignment. Let's go to arraignment. Because I think he was around then. Fuck. Y'all trolling me too much tonight. Y'all know we've been rocking for 6 hours. Y'all tired of something? This is important to the story I'm trying to tell y'all. This is the guy.
that you see the shadow in the back of the room. He's the one directing traffic. He is the one they're all afraid of. He's the one that's king slime.
I just Googled it. The state labels. Fuck, we can't find this guy. I didn't find this fucking. All right, the state argues. Court TV.
That committee.
Nah, you see, this woman is trash. Like, I'm sorry. Like, bro, I love my black sisters, but like, anytime you see a white man prosecuting a case, gang, and they switch out the white man and put two black women, bro, you know it's a fucking shit show, bro. These chicks only know how to do their lashes and nails, man. They don't know how to get business done. Yo, Young Thug would have had a needle in his arm. Now, I'm not saying I want that, but Young Thug would have had a needle in his arm if this nigga was there. Trust and believe. Let me just get this story, because y'all ain't about to go tell me the nigga name. What? Don Geary? Bro, y'all just like trolling me, bro. Oh, maybe I got me right. Prosecutor? Is it him? Yes. Yep. This is him right here. Don Geary, thank you, Chad. This nigga would have had Young Thug with a needle in his arm. Trust. I don't know what Young Thug paid. Oh, this is a fire picture. I need this picture right here. I need this picture. This picture look fire. This picture look fire. Okay, yeah. Okay, anyway. Second prosecutor leaving the DA. So, Fonnie Willis started fucking around so much, all the white DAs dipped. You had this girl who dipped, which is Lizzie Rosenwan. And by the way, no disrespect. Listen, this ain't a black or white thing. But Fonnie Willis is a black woman. She's capable. But Fonnie Willis don't try cases. The district attorney of the county is not going to come in for your case unless it's Donald Trump. What she's going to do, and even then, she hired a special prosecutor. She's going to have her ADAs, which is assistant district attorneys. So the people who are in her office, she assigns cases to. You take this case, you take this case, you take this case. Bruv, her top snipers was this white man right here and then this other white woman who I just showed you. And no disrespect to my black queens, but these two black chicks in there, bro, put them on Zeus. They don't know what's going on with law. This is the worst prosecution in history. To keep it real, I don't know what Fonnie Willis is about to do because they're about to look stupid. So this guy, Don Geary, let me go to the news about him. So he's the one who said all that, yo, Young Thug is a guy with a shadow. He's the one who made Young Thug not get out of, like, with Hilton, like these black chicks, Young Thug would be still killing niggas, respectfully. Killing niggas on Cleveland Avenue. Like, they're fucking idiots, right? Let me see if I could go to where all the bond denials were pretty much him. Don Geary resign. Let me just put resign. Okay. Where is it at? All right, bro. I'm Googling bullshit for no reason. The point is this. The two top people in, which is this guy right here and this woman right here, they both quit. They told Fonnie Willis, peace out. So Fonnie Willis is left with two black chicks, which is this chick right here, right? I think her name is, what's her name? Is Miss Love or Miss Hilton? I don't know. What. I think it's Miss Hilton. Love YSL trial. Look. Even Thugger Daily says it. Fonnie Willis, I bet with every day passes, Fonnie Willis will regret assigning. This is Young Thug's fan page. Miss Love as the lead prosecutor. Fucking garbage, okay? Yo, when you put a white woman and a white man with a bald head patch that don't care to get no hair transplant or nothing, you don't put a black chick up in there who care about her nails and her fucking hair, bro. You gotta keep it white. I'm sorry. But really, I think this is I think this whole, Fulton County is like a shit show. You have the criminals fucking the court reporters. You have the criminals fucking the other people that's involved in this whole process. This is all a shit show. Like none of this shit really means nothing, right? So when you get like a ghetto ass motherfucking like, you know, someone who don't know how to do their job like this chick right here, and where's her Miss Hilton prosecutor YSL. This is the next nimwit right here. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how these chicks could count to 10, bro. So you get 2 black chicks, and I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. This is good. Honestly, I ain't even gonna call these chicks dumb. I think they just like Thug. They're probably a fan of Thug. Young Thug is definitely gonna get out of jail because of this chick and this chick. The point is, don't send 2 black chicks to go deal with a job you gave the white man to do. I'm sorry to say this, and I'm only saying this in this case, all right? Because I do believe our black sisters are really smart. But these 2, they have no fucking clue what's going on. But it goes to show the depth of the you know, you're supposed to look at the prosecutor's office. Now, granted, I'm not speaking as a Young Thug fan. I'm just speaking generally. The depth of a prosecutor's office is supposed to be really good attorneys that they have gotten that are really well versed in whatever. And by the way, they could have pushed back for them to get prepared for this case because they didn't start with this case. This case started with the white dude. The white dude who was saying all this shit about, yo, Don Greery. This guy is good. And by the way, I think he went to DeKalb higher. Let's see. And by the way, I think he got suspended afterwards. He resigned there too. I don't know what happened over there, but yeah, there's a bunch of drama over there. Don Greery has 20 years of experience. Anyway, there's a bunch of drama over there too. So let me not like jack him too heavy. Here's the point, and let me just make this simple and sweet before we get to it. Fonnie Willis, not only is her office embattled because she went at Donald Trump, but she thought she could take on Donald Trump. Donald Trump bodied her. We're going to call a spade tonight, chat. Donald Trump put Fonnie Willis in her place like the little girl she is. Bodied her. Okay? Bodied her boyfriend. You feel what I'm saying? The nigga, whatever his name is, I was fucking her. After that happened, because, you know, when people work as a DA, I don't know if y'all know about, like, you know, some of y'all try to act like y'all know politics, but y'all know Kamala Harris used to be a district attorney, right? I just want to let y'all know. Like, I don't know if y'all knew that, but she was a California attorney general. So let me tell you how all of these. All right, let me calm it down. I'm trying to give y'all some education. Some people who are focused still are gonna get it. I'm a little bit lit, but I could explain it. So getting to the White House is usually the dream of many people in elected office. If you don't know, district attorneys are elected positions. So you're a district attorney, and the reason why I say this is because everybody keeps caring about Donald Trump and Kamala. Donald Trump is not going to be the person who prosecutes if you and your friends are selling drugs versus if y'all just rapping about drugs. That's not a federal issue for the most part. That's going to be something that's going to be done in your county. So you're going to get the Fonnie Willises. So when everybody keeps complaining about Donald Trump, you know who you should be caring about putting in power. You should be caring about your DA, your mayor, your county freeholders or council people. You should care about your senators, your reps for your district or your precinct, or you should be caring about your governor. They really dictate the majority of laws that affect your life. Like, for example, Young Thug. If Fulton County did not get Fonnie Willis, I don't think Young Thug gets indicted. Let me tell you how everyone plays politics, because all of this, you know, everybody takes these oaths that they're going to like defend this shit to, you know, we're defending the Constitution, it's whatever, we're selfless, but everybody has selfish goals. They want to make it to where Kamala got to. Again, Kamala was a district attorney. So a district attorney is usually, the district attorney is the head of the county. The head of the state as a lawyer is an attorney general. So she got from district attorney, which is Fonnie Willis now. The next step is attorney general. I'm telling you this because that's what Fonnie was trying to do. Fonnie was trying to become president someday. You know how you do that? You get from district attorney, which she is now, to become attorney general of Georgia. You know why she took on Donald Trump and indicted him? Because if she was successful, it would be a shoo-in that the next governor, right? The next governor of Georgia was probably going to take on Fonnie Willis as an attorney general. Once you're an attorney general, you're at the point of basically being in this politicized like environment that you could lobby to be now into the federal system where you could be potentially someone's running mate. Okay? I'm telling you how Kamala Harris, if you don't know nothing about Kamala Harris, which by the way, I've realized so many people like Kamala Harris have zero idea about her past, right? She was Fonnie Willis, except Fonnie crashed out and fucked some random dude Nathan Wade, who she's tried to put on the Trump case, and then Trump spanked the fuck out of her, and then she's getting spanked again because because Trump spanked her, remember those two white people I showed you? They quit. Not necessarily because of Trump, but they realized like Fonnie Willis is crashing out. They quit and took better jobs elsewhere. So Fonnie Willis doesn't have the requisite lawyers to properly prosecute Young Thug. They don't. Also, what happens when you switch prosecutors during a fucking case, this is what happens. Here's a problem they're facing in Fulton County. They give out mad plea deals. Oh, you got 15 years of probation. Bro, why would you give somebody 15 years of probation? They wanted to just corroborate shit. Here's the problem. I'll give you some key problems the prosecutors made. And I'm going to blame it a little bit on the white people too, because, the white people were a part of it. The white ones that quit, the white prosecutors. But whatever their plan was, they left before they could execute it. So you have these two black ladies who are trying to figure out and pick up the pieces of a plan that they didn't initially make. So, for example, YSL Woody got an immunity deal. Now, with an immunity deal, it means if you're being factual, and as long as you're not perjuring yourself, you could go up there and say whatever. You could admit to crimes and say whatever. That's why I got up there and did a whole spectacle. Then they said, we got too many people that we're going to bring to trial. This shit was going to take supposedly 4 to 5 years. What they did was they cut a lot of pleas with a lot of people. Gunna, Slime Life Shorty, and these other people. Hey, we just need you to say this one line. Gunna said YSL's a gang and a label. That's all they needed him to say. So they give him some sweetheart plea, which is a Alford plea. Here's the problem with all of that. They've given out so many pleas and so many immunity deals that these people realize they could play with them. So that's the problem they're having now. They can't make a case because essentially all these deals and immunity deals, everybody's laughing at them like, what do you think we about to do? Like, we gonna be scared of y'all when y'all told us that we can't go to jail? So that's why Woody was playing the game up there. I don't recall. All right. Now we're past that preliminary part. The next part we should really analyze is that beyond, and we talked about the ex parte meeting. So the biggest thing that people are speaking about and discussing now is that the prosecutors can't make a case. And by the way, I do want to say for y'all Gunna fans, they might bring Gunna on the stand. You know why? Everyone who took the Alford pleas, they need them to help make the case because the other people who took the immunity deals and the actual cooperation deals, they're going up there and playing games. So again, they're going to bring up a Slime Life Shorty, which I'll show you his testimony, and they're going to just ask him straight up, is YSL a gang and a label? And they might bring up, I know it was no plans to bring up Gunna, but they might have to bring up Gunna just to ask that question. Not to ask nothing more. But he testified and he signed an affidavit saying YSL is a gang and a label. They might have to bring that up. You know why? Because everything they had before is going to shit. So essentially, let me tell you why there is a new motion for mistrial being considered today. I told you, the good lawyers or the prosecutors quit. You have the bum-ass C team bench players, Miss Love and Miss Hilton. They don't know what's going on. They're over here trying to make a case, but they're making a mistake after mistake after mistake, and basically the judge is tired of them, and the judge has scolded them 30 different times, and the judge even said, so the last mistake was this. They're interviewing a guy, right, named Slime Life Shorty, and while interviewing the dude, they essentially do one of the cardinal sins. Now, let me just explain to you about how trial court works. When the jury is there, this is a thing that's been proven through case law. If you walk a defendant into court in chains and handcuffs and they're shackled and prison blues, a jury is going to look at them and say, you look already like you're guilty. You're in prison outfit with shackles on. You probably did it. So when it comes to trial, no matter how crazy the person is, unless they're unrestrainable, which that's a whole different thing, they will allow the defendant to be in court, and they will have them dress up in a suit. You don't see Young Thug dress up every day. You don't see him in prison outfit. You don't see him with cuffs on. It's a visual thing for the juror. You shouldn't be able to see the defendant that's innocent till proven guilty already in cuffs. If you see them already in cuffs, you might think they're already guilty. Now, while doing that, so while that should be in the back of your mind, they're cross-examining, or not cross-examining, they bring up a witness, which is Slime Life Shorty. Now, Slime Life Shorty is someone who signed an Alford plea. Well, kind of an Alford plea. Well, there's another guy who signed an Alford plea as well, but it's kind of like what Gunna plea is, which is, at this point, they're getting spanked so bad and they're so trash. They're just trying to bring up people to corroborate what they already know. Slime Life Shorty. Let's go to the testimony, right? And essentially what happened was this. So this is Slime Life Shorty. Now, recently, Fonnie Willis had made it clear, I don't know if Thugger Daily has it, they're down to revoke people's bails because they realize here's the problem with the YSL prosecution. They gave too many people plea deals and immunity. So now niggas is like, well, we already got what we wanted. It's the nature of a deal. You don't give people what they want before they do what you want to do. These guys up there playing games, right? So what happened is they actually opted to revoke somebody's sentence, or like their probation setting, their probation plea, because it's saying, yo, you came up here and lied. So the prosecutor's trying to fight back, saying these guys are playing games. So anyway, this guy wasn't really supposed to be a big witness, but he ended up having to be because, everybody's playing games. So here we go. I'm going to speed through this.
Okay. I don't know.
Jury, y'all been explained what a stipulation is. That just means everybody agrees, so you can accept that as a fact.
Okay.
Let me ask. Direct message him. Instagram him, or direct message him on Instagram. Excuse me.
Yes.
Okay. And do you recall sitting here what his Instagram handle was?
Not by heart.
Okay. Have you ever IG'd him on an Instagram handle, og.bool?
Yeah, I think so.
Today, have you had the opportunity to look through or look at some of your Instagram records in preparation for your testimony today?
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting to it, chat. Okay, so she goes to the dude. She gives him something to read, right? I'm going to tell you where the big problem is. Okay?
30 NN and 30 NNA. Into evidence.
Your Honor, may I approach briefly?
You may.
So someone approached. So to not bore y'all, she basically gives the guy something to read, which is an Instagram post. Now, here again is the problem. Remember, in court, all the defendants are presumed innocent until proven guilty. That's why they don't have prison blues on. They don't have cuffs on. They're in there with suits and whatever they're wearing. She brings over a piece of evidence that she's trying to put into evidence, but the evidence is she's having this guy read it, and the evidence says she forgot to blur out a word. The word is free so-and-so. What does that mean? When you see free Big 22, you're saying Big 22 is locked up. So by her not blurring that out, she puts it in the mind of the jurors that Big 22 or whoever, I forgot the person's name, at the time was actually incarcerated. And when you tell the jury that one of the defendants were incarcerated, you now bias how they perceive things. Because the regular human will think if you were locked up, you probably did something. So they show the guy, he reads it, and the defense jumps up and says, yo, what the fuck? We want to approach. Here we go.
Yeah, you showed me that.
Okay. And were they the items associated with your Instagram account, slimelife.shawty?
Yeah, from what these papers say.
Okay. And you're on this time, say, would like to tender Stacey with 30 NN to 35 NNA. 30 NN and 30 NNA through 35 NN.
Bro, with all due respect to my black queens, man, these two black chicks need to go back to school.
And 35 NNA into evidence.
Your Honor,
Now, as soon as they enter into evidence, by the way, I think he had read it. Hold on.
Are these items that we went over today?
Yeah, you showed me that.
Okay. And were they the items associated with 32 NNA?
Okay.
Okay. And you're on this time, say, would like to tender Stacey with 30 NN.
Your Honor, may I approach briefly?
You may.
So they approach, and now you're going to hear the judge. The judge is tight. She tired of the bullshit, bro. Here we go.
Your Honor, say, would like to tender 30 NN and NNA through 35 NN and NNA into evidence.
All right, those are admitted without objection.
Approach again. We're getting ready to do that. 30.
I need to keep that.
Looking at photograph 39 of the individual, States Exhibit 36. And was this photo taken in October of 2020, or was this photo taken at a different time?
I don't know when it was taken. I just see when they post.
Okay. This ain't the post yet. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
If he, it looked like a crazy emoji. I never seen that.
Okay. What's the next hashtag?
2 B's.
Do you know what that signifies?
Big business.
All right.
Make-
So, okay.
All right, so essentially...
Bid mark is 37 and 7 NN.
Okay, so this is the post, I believe. Is it? No, it's not.
OG Boo. OG Boo.
And who is that?
Hold on. Let's keep it going.
Please, thank you.
Oh, here we go.
Step outside for just a
Oh, no.
Your Honor.
It's in this paper
Your
right
Honor,
here. You got me reading.
Your Honor, I have to make a motion.
Here we go.
And is there another hashtag?
Free Quay.
Bingo. So essentially, I think it was blurred out, but essentially, they have the guy read the caption and they have him read something that says free Quay. Now, free Quay, it means Quay is one of the defendants. It basically alludes to one of the, like, knowing that the defendant was locked up at the time. You get what I'm saying? Which, again, might prejudice the jury. So that's the mistake they made. Look.
And then is there a hashtag?
Hashtag no slime left behind.
All right, I'm going to go back a little bit more. So the reason why there's about to be a mistrial is one picture, this picture.
Who is in 37 NN?
OG Boo. OG Boo.
And who is that?
Shannon.
All right. And can you read for the jury the caption?
Read his caption.
Yes.
Said ain't nothing more compatible than a trench. A carbon while in the trenches.
And then is there a hashtag?
Hashtag no slime left behind. Hashtag 2Bs. Life size.
Okay. And is there another hashtag?
So apparently in the exhibit, and this is the mistake. In the exhibit that they put for the court, it's blurred out right here. But they gave the guy the thing that he could read something that's blurred out, which is free Quay. Here we go.
Free Quay.
Is there another hashtag on the screen?
Oh no.
Your Honor.
It's in this paper
Your
right here.
Honor.
You got me reading.
Your Honor, I have to make a motion.
All right, I'm going to excuse
I
you.
wasn't looking at the screen. I was looking at this paper.
That's fine, don't worry about it.
Yeah, so they gave him a paper that was different from the screen. Right? So he's saying, I just read what was on the paper that y'all gave me, and this what went on the screen. So what went on the screen, as you can tell, has it blurred out. What he's reading doesn't. So he thinks he made a mistake, but it's not his mistake, it's the prosecutor's mistake.
Can I ask?
Trial motion.
Okay. So cool. So let me go with the prosecutor who's essentially judge, Mistrial YSL. So she basically offers like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna consider it. Here we go. Check
Your
this
Honor,
out.
we're making a motion for mistrial on behalf of Mr. Nichols. We're not going to be able to unring this bell. Your Honor, this is the exact same issue that while we were at the bench, I brought it up. It was Exhibit 37NN that there was a hashtag on that exhibit that said free Quay, which would definitely indicate to the jury that Quay, has spent time in jail or in prison. The state agreed. We stipulated that they would redact it. And then the state presented, I guess, to the witness the unredacted version, didn't prep him to not comment on it, and he did. And, Your Honor, before we had the opportunity for you to preside over us, this happened already again. And I made a motion for mistrial. Now it's happened again. So now the jury has repeatedly heard about Mr. Nichols being in jail, being in prison, and you cannot unring that bell. We would ask for a mistrial.
Your Honor, Carter Matthews for Mr. McQueen. We join in that motion for mistrial. And what's important for this court to know is that 45 minutes ago, there had been a reference to a person being in jail. Now, this witness has identified Marquavius Huey and has also identified Marquavius Nichols. So all the state had to do was ask this honorable court for an opportunity to have this witness maybe step out of the courtroom and go over with that witness that, we don't need to say anything about someone in jail, what have you. That did not happen before he went on the stand, nor after that first slip up by this witness. There may have even been a document right there on the witness stand that should have been pulled from the state of Georgia from that witness stand so that this could have been avoided. So, Your Honor, we are joining in that motion as well.
Oh, hang on. It's all right. You just didn't know, but we'll let you know when to come back in, okay?
So we join in that motion, Your Honor.
Your Honor, and I just want to briefly add that it is painfully obvious that the state is not prepping their witnesses. You can tell by the way when the witness spoke the first time and he said, oops, am I not supposed to say that? Like, oh, I had no idea, which makes it obvious that the state had not spoke to him, had not prepped him, and this has happened repeatedly. It's happening over and over again, Your Honor, and we're just not going to be able to unring 100 bills.
And finally, Your Honor, Mr. Marquavius Huey, we all have, it's been established that that his nickname is Quay.
Okay, isn't there going to be, I mean, we talked today about, isn't there going to be a stipulation that references to Quay, at least at some points, are not either Mr. Nichols or Mr. Huey? I mean, we did.
Yes, Your Honor, and that's a few things. So one, Your Honor, it was not intentional because we clearly.
Okay, but it was sloppy because I presume he's reading from the document that you handed him instead of reading from the screen.
And we should have instructed him to read from the screen, but.
Or you should have presented him with a document that had that part redacted. It's just sloppy.
The issue came while he was on the stand, Your Honor. So the issue did not come prior to. Ms. Westmoreland walked up to me while he was on the stand and said, "I'm going to have an issue with that. Can you redact it?" That is when the state became aware.
But it should have occurred to you, you know what, I'm handing him a hard copy of this document that is unredacted.
But not if there's multiple Quays, Your Honor. If I don't know which Quay that.
Hang on. Can we stop having people come in and out when I've asked the witness to step out and every time the door opens they can hear what we're talking about? Please, just for a few seconds.
God damn, bro.
I'm not asking anybody who's in here to leave. God have mercy, y'all. Huh?
The state is in charge of the witness, and they're supposed to be guiding the witness to the room.
Yeah, I mean, there seems to be.
And so that is the point in which we learned of it is we redacted it on here. Ms. Westmoreland brought it up here.
Yeah, and you didn't read it. I mean, so the jury
said,
didn't see it, but now the jury has heard it. I don't think it is really that, much of a crisis because there is going to be this stipulation that Quay is not always either of these defendants. So, nor is it obvious to everybody that free whomever is such a quote about who knows, everything these days. And so it doesn't necessarily indicate that whomever Quay spent time in jail or in custody or in prison or anything. I mean, they say it about, Hollywood stars who are in a breakup. It's not so obviously, oh, this must mean this person was in prison. But also, we were already saying Quay isn't either of these people. So let's just, and whether this was one of these people or I don't even know who it did refer to.
And we don't know because it's not his post. He was reading someone else's post. So it could be a multitude of Quays.
You talked to his attorney earlier, right?
Yes.
And did you get any kind of an indication? I don't know if this was one of the things you were going to, but it's an issue now. And you said before lunch that you were going to ask Mr. Rubin.
Yes, we did ask.
Do you know at this point whether the free Quay reference, this wasn't even his post, was it?
It wasn't. And it wasn't an issue until Ms. Westmoreland. So when I talked to Mr. Rubin at lunchtime, this wasn't something I was going to address with him because it wasn't I did not realize it was an issue. Mr. Rubin found out for me that Slack Quay is not either of these two Quays.
Okay, but this isn't Slack Quay. This is just Quay.
Right.
I know. So why doesn't everybody, well, they don't know how it's spelled. They only heard it. Why doesn't everybody just enter into some sort of a stipulation that the free Quay or the reference to Quay just now isn't either of these people?
I don't know if it is. So it was.
Whether it, okay, so.
Your Honor, the state can enter stipulation that we weren't referencing, and we as the state of Georgia.
Okay, that is not a reference to, if you would prefer that.
I don't know what the poster is referencing.
I don't honestly really care what the poster was referencing. What I'm trying to do is fix your sloppiness.
Oh my God.
So that everybody won't have wasted, 10, 12 months of their lives in this trial.
Yeah, we can come up with it.
Okay, do it now.
Wow. You hear the judge talking to the prosecutor? Wow. Now, what they had another kind of exchange in court, and I gotta have you hear this as well. Listen to this.
Insert error into this trial to make y'all ask for a mistrial so that they can try this case again. I think it is continued, and I am sorry. Y'all have, this gigantic, ginormous.
Hold on,
we're going to publish 37 and N.
Okay.
The hash.
So beyond here.
Here
we go.
Already saying Quay isn't either of these people. So.
Wait, no, is this the same
trying
thing?
to do.
Let me try to find it. So this is the YSL mistrial motion. Give me 1 second. Like, this shit is disrespectful at this point. So we'll do today.
Now, we are working to learn the next steps in the YSL RICO trial. Multiple defense attorneys are telling 11 Alive tonight they are negotiating with state prosecutors.
Okay. Before we get to that, where is it at?
I don't honestly really care.
I didn't know from a can of paint. No, sir.
And was that something?
Green suit on. So here's a detective.
Okay. Oh my God. I gotta go back to 11 Alive. I don't know if y'all care to see it, but essentially, it's raised.
This is an 11 Alive special presentation.
Second, I'll just go to Thugger Daily. He probably got it. So, essentially, after that theatrics happened, all the most of the defense attorneys come out and they're like, "Yo, hold on, yo."
So there is a high potential that the YSL trial will end in a mistrial. I'm not really surprised about this, honestly, at all. It's literally the whole trial is all over the place. You know, they basically gave everyone a plea because they want to take down Thug, and then everyone with a plea, it's a very ignorant people, and they're just trying to do a little runaround, but they're not necessarily the smartest of people doing the little runaround. So it's like, oh my gosh, we gave them this plea deal. They said one thing in the interrogation room. Now they're here acting like they don't know anything, like the YSL Woodies. And man, the type of mistrial that the judge said, honestly, Young Thug's just gonna get tried all over again. Honestly, like if you want to keep it a bean, they're not gonna throw this case away. Like YNW Melly trial, how it got a mistrial, and they just literally instantly restarted it. It's gonna be the same way. They can't let it go. I really think they should just give Thug or try and give him a plea deal. I hope he gets a plea deal. I hope he gets out. Honestly, like 5 years time served. I feel like that's good, but if a murder is involved, who knows how long it's gonna be, man. It's your boy Big Act News. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I am out.